Okay. Oh God. Hello everybody. Hello. My voice is doing the same thing it was at the start of the stream yesterday, so it's like really bad. I guess until I start using it more, it's gonna stay that way. I noticed yesterday, the more I was talking, I don't know, like the better my voice got. So maybe that will happen again today. I am markedly worse today. Body aches, fever, chills, stuff like that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm actually feeling fine. We are here to talk about Elden Ring. And today specifically, I wanted to talk about Putrescence, Silvertear's artificial life, the goopy gloopy guys in the underground world, which I think are very telling of a particular something. And yeah. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go get a little bit more medication, and I will be right back. Give me 1 sec, and then I'll start my playthrough. Be right back. Okay, I am back, and we're going to be mucking about with my Subterrainian build, because this is what I've been wanting to do for a while. I see that I don't really have any audience members yet, so I don't want to get too deep into having the conversation just completely to myself by myself. So what I'm gonna do is see how many skadoosh tree fragments I've got after I do a wee tiny bit of exploration. Okay, let's see how many shadow tree fragments I have. And I might just start the conversation with me collecting fragments. I've got 15, so I have a feeling that I've got all the ones you can get sort of like easily or whatever. Yeah, I've got those. Excuse me. I'm just gonna have a look in a couple of spots really quick, and then I'll get into the meat of the topic, which is the putrescence and the goopity gloopities and all of that stuff. And look, if I hadn't already collected it, there would be a thingy there which has to do with what we're talking about today. I think I've already collected this. Alright then, so I want to start our adventure. Here in Sheofra River. Yes, I am feeling the goopy gloop. It's literally inside me. The putrescence is taking over my whole being. But let's see. I think maybe for the sake of being thematic, we'll use Trina's torch today instead of my lantern. Actually, I guess we can use both. It doesn't. It's not gonna hurt anything. But okay, so what's really cool to me when we first picked up the game like 2 years ago, and we come down here, we're greeted with like a culture shock of difference between what we see on the surface and what's down here. Don't become a putrescent knight now. I'm well on my way already. I literally have a hyperfixation on putrescence since the DLC. Hi guys. Hi Brandon. Hi Blackcurrant. Hi Solar Play. So yeah, is the music too loud, by the way? Is it just too loud? I want it to be setting a mood, but I don't want it to be like overbearing. There, that should be better. So yeah, when we first come down from the lands between, we're greeted with a completely foreign world. And there are all these hieroglyphs. I like sleeping in, but these streams make it hard for me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Black man, I'm so sorry. Well, you're welcome to sleep while the stream is going, and then, you know, watch back when you wake up later. But yeah, I noticed something peculiar So when we come down here from up there, we're instantly greeted with these stone fragments with, you know, all these reliefs on them. This is more important than I ever thought that it would be. This on the side, this indiscernible scribble stuff, which looks like it could be, you know, anything really, and then looks a little bit floral. But I think this is actually important. I think what Miyazaki is trying to tell us from the moment that we come down here is that there's a recurring pattern in the history of the people of this world. And you can see that some of these tablets are broken. Some of these things with these familiar reliefs, they're broken on the ground. Something I'd never noticed before, actually. And this pottery here has the same markings on it on the side that you can see on the side of this tablet. You see there? It's like very similar, if not exactly the same. So this is important because you remember all of those squiggly bits that we were looking at inside of the forges, and I was like trying to discern like what they look like. They look a lot like that. But anyway, so we come down here, we're met with these images, and unless you're really good at depicting what's going on here, or you're familiar with the lore, it would be really kind of hard for you to discern what's going on. But from the very top image here, we can see what looks like people with staves planting a tree. And then we see in the next one they look like they're tending the saplings and growing larger trees. And then in the next one it looks like some kind of ritual is happening. There's like an exam table and there's people all around it, and then there's one person that looks like they're actually on the table. Or maybe those are tablets and a bunch of people circling the table. It's hard to tell. And then in the next one, you can't really tell what the fuck is going on in that one. And then in the third one, there's just images of probably people of some renown in the culture at the time. And then if you look at the lowest part with the right lighting, you can see very clearly that there used to be something inscribed down there in the lowest bit, in some kind of indiscernible language. So clearly, yes, Celebrate. I believe that this is the Ol people, and I think that they are possibly the origin of the Newman. Possibly. But Miyazaki's kind of like banging this into our heads. It's like, hey, have a look here. Well, so if we're seeing the origin of the people that would become Newman, or who are Newman, and right alongside them, we're seeing these guys. What kind of life form is this? And why aren't they aggroing on me? What if I draw nearer to him? If he went there? He just doesn't want to hurt me. I'm okay with that. But have a good look at him. He's made those bubbles on his back are actual bubbles. Do you see that? I have never seen that before. Look at those bubbles on his back. And they bend the light and everything like real bubbles. Do you see that? It's like magnifying. my little lantern through it. That is an incredible amount of detail on these characters that I never knew was there. But do you know what's remarkable about them? They look like they are made out of putrescence. And they are clearly quote unquote artificial life forms. Look at them. Look at them. Incredible. Did you guys ever know that their bubbles on their back were like that? And I'm so glad that we're seeing this, because actually the purpose of today's video is to draw a likeness with all of these things. And I want to, in particular, use Putrescence to draw those likenesses. And I'm hoping that we can get some items from them that tell us some stories. So if we look at them, look at them. When they collapse into a putrescent puddle, but they still have a spine. A spine with bubbles. Hi, Lore Me to Death. I'm actually feeling a little bit worse, which is weird. I might have to go get a chest x-ray and see if I'm developing pneumonia. Which I'm highly susceptible to. But anyway, I feel fine. Don't worry about me. Sounds very dramatic. I like to treat things before they become a thing. So I'm not feeling super horrible. I'm feeling like I might have a fever because I'm like... Anyway, we're not talking about me. I'm fine. We're talking about these putrescent bubbly things. These bubbly wobblies. Exactly, Solar exactly. And they are looking for their lord in the bubbles. That is so profound. Maybe they are looking for their lord in the bubbles. Do you know, I never wanted to use the bubble magic before, but now I think I do. I think it all relates to all this stuff, and I think my Trina build is going to be my... I do have a bubble. I think my Trina build is going to be my Saints and Artificial Life build. And she can actually use it too. I'll go get the other bubble spell too, and I'll start using this stuff on this character. But yeah, so I want some items. I want some descriptions to read. Let's look at the Dukist herb. I don't think I've ever looked at the description of the Dukist herb. A herb that grows in the false night, in and around the Eternal City, soaked in arcane dew. It gives off a faint glow of starlight. And they are both giving off a faint glow. That's interesting. I wonder why they're giving off a glow of starlight. Is it because they are kissed by that dew? Could that be the celestial dew that maybe the Nox collect and put in those vials to make celestial dew? Let's read the description of the bubble magic. The bubbly wubbly says, sorcery of the claymen who served as priests in the ancient dynasty. They were priests in the ancient dynasty. They were priests of produces a gigantic magical bubble that drifts towards foes before it naturally ruptures. Charging increases the delay before the bubble pops. The claymen search for lost oracles within their bubbles. Oracle envoys, you think? Let's see, what are people saying? Flat Current says that's what the description of the bubble magic says, I think. Solar Bray says, and then the chains into the oracles and their holy bubbles. Maybe they are made out of putrescence or something. And Law Me to Death says, I think artificial beings in Elden Ring are able to see the future, much like the monumentals. We see this in the oracle envoys too. It's like how divine elements affect environments. It reflects in the foliage. You guys, this is so fascinating. We're doing this whole lore dive and this, like, this little inkling of a thing that I was like, I think I want to look at this. Okay, but anyway, alright. I'm getting carried away. Let's look at, hi Revu. Hello. Okay, let's look at, the putrescent sorceries. Sorcery used by the putrescent knight launches a whirl of putrescent jets that bathe the surroundings of all they touch in the ghost flame. I'm sorry, I'll stop with the accent. In ghost flame. So that blue flame that I'm using is ghost flame, hey? In an age-long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. There's so many details and everything, that's almost always another thing. Yes. Sorcery originating from the putrid liquor of the stone coffins flings a great mass of putrescence that bathes its landing area in ghost flame. Charging increases the potency. In an age-long past, death was burned in ghost flame. Okay. This is some fascinating shit. So let's get us a description or two. Maybe we can get one of their harpoons. Curse you, Bale, with a harpoon. Okay, I'll stop. That's so pretty. Oh, they're coming up out of the ground. What? That is so cool looking. Okay, they are dropping stuff. I think this will reach over there. It did. I don't think this one's gonna be very effective unless maybe I dodge and then... Yay, we got a harpoon. We got 2 harpoons. Another thing I want to point out about those harpoons is something I noticed that draws a similarity to the stone of the meteor. There's like a meteor greatsword or whatever. Let's see if I have it. It's a sword that's used by, it's this right here. The Alabaster Lord's Greatsword. Look at the blade. Oh my god, and look at the hilt. The hilt is the same thing as that stone sheathed sword. What the fuck, you guys? Look at it. That's the same thing as the stone sheathed sword. Okay, let me look at everything everybody's saying. Sadly, I have to go. Oh, Lord, me to death has to go. No. Huh. Oh, well, I'll see you soon, Lord, me to death. Have a good day. See, Blackcurrant says, so the stone coffin seemed like an ark that the all used to escape some sort of catastrophe, and intended to rebirth themselves through the greater, which Elton John was taught how to cultivate. Oh. Oh my god, Blackcurrant, I hope you're making a video on that. But yeah, this sword, I noticed, definitely has a similarity with this harpoon. Let's read the description of the harpoon. Harpoon with a tip made of sharpened meteorite shard. Hey, that, I mean, it literally says it right there. Wielded by the claymen who infest dynastic remains. The blade emits a faint light and deals magic damage. Do you know what's fascinating about this? Before, hold on, I can't keep up. Let me read everyone's thousands of comments. Blackcurrant says, and the knowledge is in the tablet. It might have been another form of destined death. The claymen move very slow and sluggish, much like the substance they are made of, a mix of old flesh and old earthy minerals. Maybe claymen were more clean, fast, and well put together in the past. That makes a lot of sense, black men, because they do seem to be very clearly made of putrescence right now. Oh no, but okay, have a good rest, blah blah blah. Harpoons are made of meteoric ore. Solar Bray agrees with Blackman. Does it also seem like it has a Misericordia-esque hilt? Not to me. I mean, maybe like the way it's kind of rounded and smooth, maybe. But that's the only similarity I'm drawing there. Onyx Lord Greatsword has the same kind of hilt, of course. Yeah. The Onyx Lord sword also has a similar handle, despite being a curved sword. Blackcurrant, that sounds like Noah's Ark. Okay. Yes, they probably were drawing from Christian mythology with this. I mean, it's all kind of making sense that they would be putting these things together like that. Alright, let's go get more stuffity stuff. Uncover more secrets. Elden Sleuth, trying to uncover Elden truths. Maybe we should just go with the other Trina sword instead of all this extra that we've been doing. Wow, here comes the bubble. Did you see how it came out of like a watery ripple? That is so cool. They dropped another harpoon. I wonder if they will drop anything else. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that attack before. Probably because I haven't ever like just stood there and taken it like that. Alright, let's go up to the top so we can get those spells and stuff. And we'll read more descriptions. But yeah, I definitely think there's a link here. I think the Newman life force does more than just meld harmoniously with thingamabobbies, you know, with others. I think it also I think it's eternal in a different way. Like, I think that they as beings live and die, but the substance of their flesh is eternal, and that's why they're called the Eternals. Do you think that's silly? Or do you think I'm onto something? Or do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think of that? Oh, there's a centipede right there. They are literally clay people, yeah. But I think that they are do you think they are the Newman, or do you think they were creations of the Newmans? Part of me kind of thinks when I was over here, I heard like a bubble. Oh well. Oh no, I hear it again. Huh, I wonder where it is. I hear it, but I can't see it. But anyway, I wonder if they are creations or if they are themselves the Newman. But I'm kind of thinking that the Newman, these people, learned this quality of their own flesh and started creating other life forms from their own flesh. Does that make sense? Yeah. What if that's what the drakes are? What if the ancient dragons are like pure dragons, but the drakes are like dragons melded harmoniously or something, and that's why they don't like them or something? I don't know, it's just something to think about. There's no evidence to back it up, and that's not a theory. It's not an official theory, so don't like come at me and tell me I was wrong or something, because I don't actually think that. It's something I'm thinking about. Ah! as a what if scenario. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? You can walk away with that for no reason. It's fascinating to think about. Do you know what else is really interesting? When the game first came out, before the first update to the game, if you picked the prisoner class, they weren't the prisoner class. They were called, I think they were called like Mystic Knights or something. They were called something, not that. And they, like their starter gear was the Carrion armor set, like the Carrion Knight armor set. And they cast bubble spells. In particular this exact spell that I just picked up. Oh, is it buffering for anybody else? Am I lagging and buffering for anybody else? I'm watching. Yeah, I think it's buffering for me too, and I'm watching my own stream, and it's doing that for me too. I wonder why. It's on my end. It's probably gonna do that thing that it always does, where I crash. What should I do? How do I fix it? Oh, it's good now. Okay, I hope it stays good. Shit. Alright, well anyway, so they so yeah, they started out that way, and for some reason they changed it. And I'm wondering why. Why would they change that, unless maybe they thought it gives away too much of the story? It gives away too much it's too on the nose or something? But the Carrions are definitely related to the O. And Miss Lore Me to Death has me thinking, excuse me, that the Glow-Eyed Queen could be in some way related to the moon. And that's why the Carrions seem to have something to do with the Godskin nobles. And the Carrions also seem to be connected with like the Rao and that first promise or first vow between the giants and the astrologers of like teaming up together. So we're starting to connect all kinds of things. And I see my stream is lagging again. Hold on, let me stop streaming.